tryna get dough, I'm just tryna get dough. No breaks, I'm on go, baby. Hating on the road, they be hating.
I'm Nasty from Raw Talent Boyz.
What up? It's your boy TC, Raw Talent.
I'm a producer / rapper. And over here is my business partner / captain.
Raw Cap.
Alright. Me and TC met at actually New Bar, which is now called Rips, down in Venice. I went in there one night to get drunk, and he was freestyling with a couple of his friends on the stage, and I ain't never seen nobody freestyle in the area down in Venice. So I was like, and I was rapping for I think like about 2 years at the time. About 2 years or something like that at the time. So I linked up while I was talking to him. And at first he was like, yeah, okay. I gave him my number, this and that. And I called him the next day. I think it was the next day I called you. And he said, oh, fuck it, I'll swing through. And he swung through. And we made one track that day. And ever since that day, we've been making music. Like it's kind of like an unreal story, to be honest with you. It's kind of like just happened so quickly, and then we just started like progressing with music as the time went on.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Neither one of us knew what the fuck we was in for, but when I came through, like he said, we dropped the track and didn't look back, just straight ahead. So.
And now we're making hits, doing shows, doing shit that we never thought we could do. But we knew it was possible. We just didn't know really how to go about it anyhow. And now we're going about it. So
and the inspiration for Raw Talent is just exactly what it says. Like a lot of people claim they got good music, but our music's uncut. You know what I'm saying? When you got talent, you gotta take advantage of it. I think both of us was blessed with certain things that we gotta use to our best abilities, and it's like, why not? You know, why not kick it off? Raw Talent, it's just more or less just straight to it, raw. You know what I mean? No sugarcoating shit, no beating around the bush. That's for the most part.
yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, if you listen to some of our tracks, we really don't hold back on what we want to say. I mean, there's certain subjects we won't go into and talk about on the mic just because of we just don't get around to it. But motivation wise, I mean, I just try to be the best I can be and try to get better. You know what I mean? That's the main thing about it with music. We want to always get better, and we've always seen progress every time we put more and more work into it. I mean, like as far as like inspiration, like who I do shit for, and you know, I do it for me to make me feel good. At one time, I did it for people just to prove them wrong, just to be like, you know, I can do this. But then I ended up like, fuck these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to worry about what other people think about me or if they're gonna like me or not. I don't care, because at the end of the day, shit, I like my own music. I listen to my own music. You know what I mean? That's not being conceited or cocky. That's just like, if I feel like I did a good job on something, I'm gonna listen to it. You know, and I also do this shit for my son. You know what I mean? And I really do that so he can see when he gets older that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. What makes us different? I think, like he said, is music. A lot of people rap about some shit that they don't do, and it's like some rappers, to me, they want to talk about the same shit. You got to kind of be different. You know what I mean? You got to talk about women. You got to talk about, I mean, you could talk about drugs, women, cars, and houses and all that shit, money all the time. But sometimes pouring your heart out on the track is going to get a better response than anything. You know what I mean? It's like, don't get me wrong, I've made plenty of tracks like hoes, weed, money, you know, stupid little shit like that. But at the end of the day, the tracks that we've made that are like from the heart and like when we're going through something have got so much feedback from the people, like, where I can really relate to this. I needed this track right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like we're just real with what we do. You know, I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm not trying to impersonate somebody. I'm not trying to rap like nobody else. And I'm glad of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to be me and rap just like I rap and not have to put on a show for nobody. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, I say what separates us is just collectively, like, our styles really, you know, they're different, but yet they go together. You know what I mean? Going back to raw talent. And I think another thing, a big thing with that, as far as what separates us, is we can adapt to damn to anything as far as music goes. Like he said, you got to be able to have this track for this group of fans and this track for that group of fans, and cover the whole situation. That way you ain't taking no loss at all. So
yeah, that's about it. I mean, like he said, we are really different in styles, but if you listen to our track, it's like we're giving you two different worlds on one track, and it's like and the fucked up thing is, like, I'll be in here and he could be, in another house. We'll have the same beat, end up coming with almost the same fucking shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Because we thinking so much alike, like on so many levels. So I feel like, that's another good reason why we're different, from a lot of people. Some people, they just don't mix with, other people, like when they rap. And it's like, it'll fuck up a track quick, you know what I mean? Make people not want to listen to that shit. So.
as far as changes to the game, as far as what I personally think we can provide, is just try to get it back to what music should be. Real music. Type of music that can last forever. So I'd say just bringing it back to that type of situation.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube, you see some of these clowns with fucking 6 to 10 million fucking views, and they're just fucking garbage. And I can't deal with it. My personal opinion, they're garbage. But I think that we also help a lot of people out too. You know what I mean? Like, studio wise, I know a lot of people that really, if they can't afford studio time, you know what I'm saying, I work with them. We help artists out that if I see that they're hungry and they really want to do this, we help them out. You know what I mean? Bring good music back to life. You know what I mean? Like, that's mainly what it's about. That's all it's about. Promoters, I just want to work. I want shows. You know what I mean? So that being said, I want to work with a lot of promoters. I want to work with a lot of DJs, and I want to connect. Do I want to get hustled? No. Do I want to get slapped in the back of the head and do your job? No, I don't. But I'll do what it takes on my end to make sure that the show goes good, and Raw Talent can bring as many people out as we can. That's not a problem. And as far as DJs, man, I found out if you just show DJs a lot of love, that they're gonna show you love back. And really, we got a lot of the DJs around this county on lock. You know what I mean? A lot of them are fucking with us, and the ones that aren't, I don't personally give a fuck.
Yeah, for me, it's like, be as serious as we are with you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of promoters, they talk to a lot of different people, and a lot of people out there, they bullshit. But it's like, we all business over here, so ain't no reason to be acting flaky about shit. Just keep it all the way. Like he said, shit. As far as the DJs, one time for the DJs, because shit, they showing a lot of love to us right now. As far as that goes, shout out AK, shout out Slick. But ultimately, it's just like, don't compare us to everybody else that you might have talked to, because they might not have been as serious as we are as far as how we handle business.
Yeah, or hungry at that point. You know what I mean? Or really want something that bad. I mean, a lot of people talk about wanting to do this and that, and then they don't really know what it takes to do that. So yeah. Yeah, for real.
Most embarrassing moment. We did a show, and I don't know if it was about the second or third show, but in Dunedin, I will never forget. Did a track, you know, blow me away. You blow me away. And I was in my zone. So I'm feeling good. Now I'm 250 plus. Okay, but I felt light as a feather that night. I was in my zone getting it. So for me, at one point during the song, I guess at that point in my life, it'd be a good idea to do a 360 spin and point to the stands like a fucking real Boyz II Man. You know what I'm saying? But it's bad when half of your crew laughing at you during the performance and you can hear it. So that was embarrassing as fuck, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. No more spins from TC. You get no spins. No.
Shit, me? We had went to this open mic, or one of these promoters hit us up down from Fort Lauderdale. We went to a fucking open mic, and she was like, we had just recorded this track probably about 7 or 8 hours before we went to do this. And they were like, bring your hottest track. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, this is like kind of when we first started doing shows and started really getting the hang of the shit. So we hear like, oh, this is a pretty hot ass track. And we felt it was a hot ass track, which it was at the time. So we listened to the track for about 3 hours all the way down there. Like, oh, we got this shit on lock. When we got down there was fucking 30 acts that got to go up. And I mean, we're the last ones, and we're the farthest people that we drove the furthest than everybody. You know what I mean? We come from Sarasota, and everybody else was driving from fucking like Fort Lauderdale, just down the road here and there. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. So when we finally got up on stage, I forgot half of my fucking verse, like live, and man, everybody's looking, and I'm like, I just remember like I didn't really want to look down, so I looked over at TC and I just like looked at him, and he was like, I just shook, like I don't know what the fuck to say, and he was like, say something, and, you know what I'm saying? And all I could think in my head was that from that part from 8 Mile, that choke, 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 choke. You know what I'm saying? That's all I could. I was just waiting for somebody to say it. You know what I mean? I was about to snap in that motherfucker. I was so mad at myself for forgetting it, but it was just like, the circumstances, it was just so crazy to me. I mean, that shit was embarrassing though. I mean, we still did good on the other tracks, but that was, I mean, I'm not talking about like a line or two. I'm talking probably like 6 to 8 bars, which is like half a fucking verse. You know, that's a lot to miss. Yeah, so that was my embarrassing moment. I always go back to it, but I mean, it was just such a wild ass time. We had a 420 party. I think not last year, the year before that, about 2 years ago. And that shit was so fucking turned up. I mean, we had a live DJ in the house. We had a dance floor in the house, like the old disco dance floors, like that lit up on the beats. And like every time the beat dropped, it fucking lit up. And the DJ Rich Hunt was DJing it. There's like over 250 people in a fucking 3-bedroom house. It was fucking ridiculous. People outside, inside, all in the garage. I mean, there was cars just. The party was just fucking live. We ended up. It was like they called it like a little mini Project X. It was like pretty much like a little mini Project X. We made the fucking newspaper in 2 different counties. We made the news on TV from the shit. It was fucking crazy. It was pretty wild, but it was a great time until, you know, of course, the ending. You know, something fucked up has to happen, but other than that, it was. Everybody had fun to me. I thought everybody had fun. I had fun. Shit.
I don't know if I have per se a favorite moment, but I'd say my favorite thing about doing this, you know what I'm saying, is just for the fact that we didn't know it would lead to where we're at. And that feeling you get after a show when a fan walk up and be like, you guys are crazy good. You know, you killed that. You can't just get that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shows that you touch that person some way, somehow through your music, and that's the whole goal of it all. You know, outside of getting paid eventually.
Yeah,
very good.
Especially from different type of people too. Like people you would never think to even listen to that type of music. You know what I mean? Like from people that listen to country to metal to rap to jazz. I mean, we got older people even listen to our shit. People I never even met before, and that's a great feeling. Like he said. So yeah, that's a good favorite track. Yeah, because we lost like 2 or 3 years worth of music We're these fucking people that said that they can clean up the computer and end up wiping my whole fucking computer out. So, I mean, there's so many tracks that I even forgot about that, you know, old school tracks that might not even been that good, but it would have been like, I liked them at the time. But now, currently, right now, I probably have to go with either My City or If Only He Knew. I like those two tracks, the way they go together, me personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a favorite track. I'd put it like this as far as performing a track. It'd probably be between Pop Molly and If Only He Knew. Just because, for some reason, I go 0 to 100. And it's just like you can feel that performance, you can feel that song, or at least it just hits me. And see, when we vibing off each other, next thing you know, you got a moment. So every time we do that track, it's like it's over.
Yeah, Pop the Molly, that's another one too. Pop the Molly, I really like that track, but we can't ever perform it no more right now because we locked up. But that's a hell of a fucking track. Yeah. Hopefully signed to some kind of label or independently making big moves. I mean, rocking shows, selling merchandise, selling CDs, iTunes, Amazon, you know, being everywhere pretty much in stores. That's the main goal. You know what I'm saying? Just being big. You know what I'm saying? Being on TV, I guess is everybody's goal. But that's what I would like to see happen. And it's possible too. Anything's possible. We just gotta get in touch with the right people at the right time. And then we're in there. The music really ain't a problem at all. We can do that anytime, any day.
Pretty much what he said. Just where we're at now, but like times 10, God willing. Hopefully we'll have, at that time, we've had spread it out, kind of extended out of, say, going.
Opening up for big name people, real big name people. Production wise, I'm running with Pro Tools 9. I ain't updated in a while, but shit, still rocking with me, still fucking with it. I got the MXL Genesis mic, just two little monitors right here. Pretty much the rest of it's just brain power. And of course YouTube, that helps as well. And reading. Open a fucking book, read something. That's about it on production wise. People can follow us on SoundCloud.com/RTB4Life. Don't forget that. That's 4. It's the number 4. In case you need to spell SoundCloud, SOUND cloud.com/RTB4Life. You could also get us on Facebook.com/Raw Talent ENT LLC, Twitter.com/Raw Talent Boys, and Instagram Raw Talent Boys. And anybody that we put up as artists, follow them too. Because if we fuck with them, you should fuck with them. Because we only fuck with good artists.
That's real.
Appreciate y'all watching us. Look for the new mixtape coming out in the next month. Power the Pussy. Strictly for the ladies. I'm Nasty Boy.
It's TC. One time for all them fans out there. Appreciate all the love.
I really think we could be something. I done seen a lot of shit, but oh my God, little mama go in, little mama go hard.